So going back, what do you think is the vision of the businesses that you currently have?
Since we're into podcasting, ano natin to, like, let's do this in a way na para makatulong din sa mga tao to create content, specifically podcasting. But kaya lang naman nahihirapan ng mga tao na mag-create ng content because there's a lot of reservations and doubts sa kanila. The market in the Philippines, medyo late adaptation pa tayo sa podcast, but I'm seeing the next 5 years, probably andun tayo sa level na there's gonna be huge influencers in the podcasting space.
Right. Welcome to Build Different, a leadership podcast where we learn how to build ourselves to be better through the different stories that we share every week. I'm your host, Rhett, and today's guest is someone who's been a driving force in event production, podcasting, and also creative media. Our guest today is the founder of Cloud Studio, co-founder of PodTruck and Big Eyes Production, co-host of Life Over Whiskey podcast, and also the co-founder of the first ever communication and voice development event in the country, which is VoiceCon PH. From managing high-level hybrid events and providing top-tier technical production services to building platforms that amplify voices through podcasting, he has mastered the art of turning ideas into impactful experiences. Without further ado, let's welcome to Build Different, Brian Ordiales. Thank you so much for accepting our invite and of course guesting on our show. And it's actually the first time we're meeting today. And
Exactly.
for
It's a
some
pleasure
viewers,
to
of
meet
course.
you, Rhett, and for the rest of the team here. Thanks for having me. It's an honor and a privilege to be part of this podcast show.
Likewise, for those people who have just tuned into our podcast and have possibly just first encountered you today, maybe you can share more about some of the businesses you handle right now so that they can get an idea.
Yeah, so I handle a couple of businesses right now. The first ever business that I did was Cloud Studio. It's more on event production. We do virtual and hybrid events. And eventually, I wanted to be more creative. That's why I ventured into podcasting. So I would say that is one of my means of expressing myself. I figured, I can be creative on my own, but if I were to collaborate with somebody else, I find myself being able to do a lot more and be more productive. So that's why I have a co-host there, and we've been consistent ever since. And ever since that time, we figured, we're doing this for ourselves. We're also into production. Might as well produce podcasts for other people as well.
Right.
And as fate may have it, we had an opportunity to start this unique concept called PodTruck. So it's the first ever roving podcast production truck in the country. We wanted to literally bring the means and ways for people to share more of who they are and their voice.
Right.
And then right now we're doing an event. It's the first ever communication and voice development event in the country called VoiceCon, as you mentioned earlier. And I'm happy and excited because everything that I've been doing so far is really aligned to being able to express yourself and know that you have a message where you're sharing. And I think your podcast also, Built Different, is an avenue for people to share their message.
Yeah, that's really our intent, getting people on here, letting them share their stories and their journey. And I feel like in your case, it really is a journey. Everything is tied together.
It is. People would say it's not by chance. I always believe that there's a meaning on everything that's happening to us. There's no accidents in the universe. I don't know if you believe that too, right? There's no accidents in the universe. There's meaning to what you are experiencing right now, or the direction. If you need the redirection, it would always lead you to where you are meant to be.
Right. Very well said.
Yeah.
And speaking of going to somewhere you're meant to be, maybe we could backtrack to the start. You mentioned Cloud Studio is one of the first endeavors you had in the hybrid and also on-site production space. Were you always involved in that industry?
Oh, not really. During the pandemic, that's when I started Cloud Studio.
Okay.
But initially, I was with my family business, in our family business, where it's in the financial services industry. But during the pandemic, I had to pivot in terms of what avenue could I earn money from. So, nakita ko kasi yung potential of live streaming.
Right, during the pandemic.
During the pandemic,
nag-boom talaga.
definitely.
Yeah.
So, narattle talaga tayo lahat di ba? Parang we became creative enough to find solutions kasi we're forced to find solutions, right? Kasi na-contain ka sa bahay mo eh. So that's where I kind of traversed my path in terms of building Cloud Studio. But essentially, Cloud Studio in its core is really around content creation pa rin eh. I want to be able to support people in bringing their content out there. So that's the whole idea of Cloud Studio. But definitely at the time, puro events yung clientele ko. So I had to accommodate events. Pero on the side, yun nga, I'm also doing content, producing content for other people. And that's also the time na nakilala ko yung co-host ko sa podcast, which is si Direk Gerald Esmael Sade, Life Over Whiskey. Nakatrabaho ko lang siya. So your stories talaga connect din eh.
Yeah.
I got to work with this director on a project with if it's okay to mention SM Beauty and Watsons. I don't know kung mas-sponsor na lang kayo ba.
They will.
SM Beauty and Watsons. We did a series of live streams and I got to meet that director. And from there, parang third episode, parang alam mo yun, sa usapan, this person has substance. And we felt that, you feel that with people. There's a certain level of energy and alam mo kung pares kayo na wavelength. And then, all of a sudden, he just called me one day. And then, yo, bro, do you want to start a podcast called Life Over Whiskey? And I said, game. Walang second thoughts. So,
out of passion.
And I was doing my own podcast, pero hindi ako consistent. So I got to realize, again, when I do it with other people, I have a sense of responsibility or accountability na eh. Diba? So at that time, sabi ko, game agad kasi I want to be more present online, out there. So it's my way of sharing more of who I am.
How long have you been consistently uploading?
Since September of 2022.
Ooh, so matagal-tagal na rin.
Matagal na rin.
Are you at that stage where you could like monetize your podcast? Or?
At that time, hindi pa. We just monetized last year.
Last year
lang kami na-monetize. So we consistently put content out there for more than a year, so around 2 years. Pero majority of the monetization namin are into the sponsorships. So but yung monetization over like ad revenues and I don't know why we're talking about, but if you guys are into podcasts.
Yeah, maybe because some people are interested in like starting
their own podcast.
Is there like, can you tell me about the business behind podcasts?
Well, podcasting is an alternative content style if you're a business owner that you can choose that kind of eliminates the hesitation mo of creating content. Kasi it could be as simple as this, uupo tayo, mag-usap lang tayo. So we can share those thoughtful conversations and through the recording, we cut it into bite-sized content, then you put it out there. So it's like, for me, podcasting is a gateway for you to put your message out there. If you're a business owner, definitely if you want to promote your business, this is a great way to do that. Other monetization would be definitely yung mga ad revenue, sponsorships, and if you are planning to release merch, right? So those kind of things. Or digital products, courses, etc.
Right. What would you say is the main difference between, for example, executing a podcast versus executing yung mga events mo in Cloud Studio?
So, kami ni Direk, ang toka namin sa production ng podcast namin, kasi we're also, remember, kami yung production, kami rin yung talent. Yes? So, ang toka namin, siya sa video element, so which is camera, ako naman sa audio element. So, I set up the audio. So, doon mo makikita where our passion is being able to not just be the face, but also be willing to be behind for other people. So, ang toka namin is siya yung video, ako yung audio, and we always try to find a way na paano namin to may improve lagi yung ano namin. The way we do it in the podcast.
Okay. So parang, even though it's like a separate outlet, parang kasi compared to events production, it's much more, I guess, personalized to you. And much
Yeah,
more
I think in connection to what you're asking before, the setup that you have in the podcast, technically, we can call this an event. Like, honestly, this event, pwedeng siyang broadcasted over social media. Right? So, it's the same setup. May onting configuration and settings ka lang na kailangan gawin. Additional equipment. And you can call this an event already. Like a live event, right? So, in terms of producing events for, let's say, organizations, some of them would want to broadcast it over social media or even Zoom. Para makasama naman yung mga wala dito sa Manila, for example.
Yes.
So, it's the same setup. Different execution, but same setup.
Yeah. Parang pwede mong i-broaden yung approach. I'm also curious to know, what was the jump like from, you said you were back in financial services, tapos you went to events production, tapos you went to podcast. Parang first stage of that process, what was the learnings and challenges?
I remember when I was starting Cloud Studio, like 3 straight days. Like, I was so obsessed with live streaming. I want to know everything there is to know about live streaming. The software, the equipment being used, the jargons,
Was everything new to you or my prior experience?
It was new to me. So, like, 3 days straight, man. Like, kung di pa ako tinatapik nung fiancé ko right now, back then, girlfriend ko siya.
Congrats.
Thank you. Kung di pa ako tinatapik niya, parang I wouldn't be able to stop, like, learn and consume content, training about live streaming and broadcasting at that time. So, yung jump ko na yon, it was a deliberate decision kasi I want something different eh. Something outside of nakasanayan na, when you're in a family business, malaking natulong sa akin because I saw my mom conducting her business. It's really revolving around relationship building.
Right.
So that's how I grew up. So I was also that kind of approach then in my business. But I wanted something that I can call my own. So very deliberate yung transition ko from the financial services industry to Cloud Studio in the creatives or the event production space. But very simple na lang yung sa podcast eh. Kasi ginagawa mo na siya eh. You've been doing this for other people. Why not do it for yourself? Right? And I think that's kind of like the message eh. Especially for people behind, di ba? Parang, you also have something to share.
It's interesting na pwede pala yun, no, para if you really want to push for a new business endeavor or a passion project, you can learn those new skills and apply them to whatever approach you want.
But the thing is, you have signs na rin eh. Like, if I were to ask you, ano yung mga natural tendencies mo, right? Yung strengths mo, are you someone who likes playing video games? Makikita mo kasi na it kind of looks like parang it's brand new. But parang nilid towards that.
It's been there all along.
Diba?
Na-bring out lang
sa'yo.
What were those signs for you?
I love playing video games. So, tuktok ako sa computer before.
Right.
And mahilig akong mag-troubleshoot. So, I like troubleshooting. Hindi ako yung tao na kukumpuni ng mga nagbabaklas ko kumpuni. It's more on like troubleshooting, like, okay, this works, pasok ko dyan. This didn't work, anong contingency ko? So, it fits perfectly to the role of a technical director. So, I'm always out there trying to think, how can I make this better? Or ano yung fail-safe ko? What are my contingencies? All in the hopes that gusto kong maging maayos yung event or the production.
Okay. You touched also a while ago, you said na yung mom mo, when she would do business, she's all about maintaining relationships with people.
Yeah.
How do you apply that into the businesses you manage?
I remember instances where my mother would bring me to client meetings. Nakikita ko na pinupuntahan namin. She was very hands-on. kahit na sinahatid niya kami sa school, sinusundo niya kami, tas kailangan na punta sa kliyente,
Right.
she would bring us. And I would always see, maybe the joy or the passion niya. Yung nakita mo sa face yun na kapag nakakatulong talaga siya. And I would say, one of the lessons na nakuha ko sa nanay ko is, sabi niya sa akin, anak, kapag meron ka, magbigay ka. Kasi hindi mo alam how much ito babalik sa'yo. Or hindi mo alam kung, babalik to sa'yo in means and ways na hindi mo ma-imagine. So I think the principle there is, whatever you throw out into the universe, it always comes back to you. Hindi man in the same form, but it always does.
Right.
So I think in business, I would say na-apply ko siya where, syempre, if I do a good enough job, I have built trust. It's either repeat business or they trust me enough to refer me to other people.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's interesting. So, yung parang principle of giving back to other people, I can also see it sa yung production house mo for your podcast. Kasi you
Yeah.
started with your own podcast, tapos you realized, tama ba na parang, okay, I have the resources to produce for other people. What was the intention behind that?
Well, I think in anything that I do, if I were to be involved, just caring enough. Caring enough in the overall outcome. Whether it's an event or it's a shoot. Kanina, offhand, di ba, parang, okay na ba itong camera? Di ba? Like, I mean, it's that It's that intentionality of being able to see, like, may mga ripple effects yan. If I don't care enough, baka ganito yung mangyari, baka ganyan yung mangyari. So again, it really stemmed from how I grew up, yung upbringing ko, especially with my mom, was very hands-on with me.
Would you say your mom is like the most inspirational leader in your
I would
life?
say my first mentor.
Oh.
I would say first mentor. I really learned a lot in terms of I'm a relationship relationship building strength.
Right.
Strengths Finder, right?
Yeah.
Strengths Finder, Gallup Strengths.
Yeah.
So strength building talaga yung pinaka-core ko. So I'm the typical person na kapag nasa gathering tayo, tapos may isang nasa solo, kakausapin ko yun. So, yun So, again, that's the natural tendency ko. I play off of that. I think it's realizing what you are good at. Not that what yung mga weaknesses mo or perceived weaknesses mo, you're not gonna hone it. Hone mo siya kapag tingin mo parang nakaka-apekto siya sa'yo. But for me, I play off of my strengths, which is that, relationship building.
Speaking of relationships, how is your relationship with those people?
Akala ko yung jowa ko.
Hindi naman. Alam naman natin it's going well.
It's going well, yeah.
What about those na you produce podcasts for? Do you look for them or they approach you? Tapos, do you look at their stories or what?
Well, they approach us and definitely we take into account their branding. It really depends on the requirements, but definitely tinutulungan namin sila to conceptualize ano yung babagay sa brand nila. Some people may brand na, some people wala pang brand. So we do help out on that as well.
Can you go in depth on parang that type of collaboration? Like, how does that work?
Okay, so I guess it's more on so through the process of definitely we will do a discovery call and get to know ano ba yung kailangan ng kliyente. And from there, titingnan namin what we can do for them. So again, kung may branding na sila and all, we don't need to do that anymore. Madali lang to create a podcast art and the graphics involved sa mga social media platforms or pages. But in terms of the concept of the podcast show, the spills, right? Ang ganda ng spiel, by the way. So,
yun scripted, impromptu.
Di ba? Impromptu lang yun. But the thing is, it's important for us to capture the essence of how you want your podcast show to be, or how you want to present it. And then, we shoot the production, we edit. It depends if the client also wants for us to be the ones to post it and manage the social media platforms. So, yun yung process.
In this type of industry, what would you say is the parang biggest challenge whenever dealing with clients?
I think podcast is still on the rise eh. So I would say people are still on the fence. Kung podcast ba talaga ay para sa kanila.
What do you mean? Like, kung gusto ko mag-podcast or
Yeah.
if I wanna listen to podcast?
If gusto ko mag-podcast. Kasi, let's face it, mas pinapaboran pa rin ng mga tao yung mga easily consumable, medyo nakaka-hype na content.
Yeah, I guess.
In the West, marami ng mga nag-adapt in terms of podcast. That's why we are seeing platforms such as YouTube having their own, yung playlist mo, pwede mo na gawing podcast, right? And eventually Spotify released na pwede ka na mag-video, right? So, it's the market in the Philippines, medyo late adaptation pa tayo sa podcast, but I'm seeing the next 5 years, probably, andun tayo sa level na there's gonna be huge influencers in the podcasting space.
Right. Well, that's a good vision and trajectory for the podcast industry, no? I'm curious to know if you think that parang anyone could be a podcaster. Like, what would be the difference if I, for example, produce a podcast at home versus if I partner with you, with your company, and produce the podcast with you?
Definitely, like, if I were to be speaking in front of people and convincing them anong klaseng content ang gagawin nila, podcast talaga. It could be as simple as recording your voice on your phone.
Right.
That's why I keep saying na podcasting is the easiest gateway for you to start creating content out there. So it's as easy as pulling your phone out and then recording your voice, posting it on Spotify, and just tell people, hey, I'm starting this podcast. This is the whole overall theme, this is the concept. Just put it out there. Kaya lang naman nahihirapan ng mga tao na mag-create ng content because there's a lot of reservations and doubts sa kanila. Hindi nakakatulong yun. Ano bang equipment kailangan kong bilhin or gamitin, right? But if you do want to do it professionally, you can, inquire with us. Yeah.
Sabi mo, it's very accessible, no? Parang if you wanted to upload a podcast, madali lang. But you also have this business called Podtruck. Na parang it's making podcast production more accessible. Can you tell me about that business model?
Kung ayaw nilang mag-set up, kami na yung pupunta sa kanila. Kami na pupunta sa kanila. So it's this concept called Podtruck, where it's the first roving podcast production truck in the country, where the whole idea of there is we want to be able to amplify your voice for it to be heard. So that's the whole vision for Podtruck. So kung nahihiya ka pa, kami na pupunta sa'yo and we'll bring that means of you to be able to put your message out there.
How did you come up with this idea?
Well, we had this parang inspiration, of course, from, alam mo na siguro, pwede ba yung sabihin?
The Dream Bus.
The Dream.
Dream Bus. So it was a more recent
one of the
idea.
inspiration, yeah. And we decided, it's perfect since we're into podcasting. Ano natin to? Like, let's do this in a way na para makatulong din sa mga tao to create content, specifically podcasting. But hey, you can, do acoustic versions of, nagpe-perform, pwede.
Right.
Acoustic performances for other companies or people who are into events as well. Pwede siyang parang in a way marketing initiative. You can have it parked at your venue. May mga people who can buy from the sides, mga stalls, concessionaires, and then listen to famous podcasters or influencers having a conversation. In the America, marami nang ganun na parang you pay to listen para in podcast live.
Yung mga podcast shows.
Yeah. So that's something we can do with the truck. So hindi na siya limited actually with podcasts. You can do road shows. What else? Well, I don't know if people would be interested, but pwede rin siyang gamitin for campaigns, paparating na eleksyon. But,
You're right.
So things like that. So hindi siya only limited to podcasts, although it's our core. You can use it however you want.
So it's really a roving creative space.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice.
May tagline na ba kayo?
Pwede.
So going back, what do you think is the vision of the businesses that you currently have?
Siguro i-align ko to dun sa upcoming event namin, which is VoiceCon. I really think that if you are listening, if I may address the people who's listening to this episode, if you feel like you have a message to share, and you're maybe doubting yourself if it's worthy to be listened to, these things that I'm doing, ito yung way ko kasi. Like, maybe if I'm able to come from my experience, I never thought that I would be able to do what I am doing right now.
Right.
Kasi, kung meron tayong like group tayo, boboto tayo kung sino yung gusto natin makita, I would be the last person. I wouldn't even vote for myself. Not that level. So, parang, over the years, I was able to reframe yung thought ko or frame of mind ko about being seen. And I realized that I have a message to share. And maybe for the people who's listening and watching, I want you to know that you have a message worthy of sharing.
Right.
If you want to use your voice in a way to support people, inspire, and be an advocate, whatever it is that you're advocating for, then maybe podcasting is for you. So, yeah.
Everyone really does have a message to share. No, I totally agree. And thank you so much for providing platforms for these people to voice out that message.
Yeah.
When we go back, I do want to talk about VoiceCon.
Sure.
But for now, let's take a little break and hear our messages.
Here's a leadership tip for you from Simon Sinek. Great leaders inspire by communicating the deeper purpose behind why they do, not just what they do. Leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge.
The Built Different podcast would like to thank Henry's Cameras, Power Mac, Hollyland, Ugreen Philippines, Kappa Cabina, Surge Digital Media, Madcap Productions, Days Media Group, Jazz Up Communications.
Welcome back to Built Different.
Thank you so much for having me. It's really a pleasure. No,
Ikaw na
I'm
pala
kidding.
in-interview ko.
Again, going back to before we had the break, we were talking about VoiceCon.
Yeah.
For those who don't know this concept, and honestly, it's very new in the Philippines at least, diba? What is it exactly about?
VoiceCon is essentially a celebration of voice. So as I mentioned earlier, it's the first communication and voice development event in the country. It's really grounded on helping people kind of connect to their voice, because a lot of us are, if a lot of people are having challenge on being able to express their thoughts, it means that they're not connected or they're disconnected to their voice. And we want to be able to support them in finding their authentic self, their authentic voice, and find what particular medium would it benefit them.
Okay, so it's really about empowering people to discover their voices.
Exactly.
Or this is a one-day event, diba? You're
It is a
have
one-day
this
event.
When?
It's happening at SMX Convention Center on April 26, 2025.
And tickets are still being sold currently.
Yeah, but paubos na actually yung regular. The VIP is already sold out at the moment, but we still have about less than 200 tickets for the regular or on-site. Pero unlimited naman yung webinar. So if
Right.
people are coming from other parts of the country or even other parts of the world, they can choose to participate and be part of VoiceCon via Zoom webinar.
All right. So if I was a participant, what can I expect on the day itself?
Oh, which is you will be, kasi
I will be.
we are
I'll be
inviting
there,
you
I'll be there.
to be part of that. Definitely, when you go there, part of the segment is discovering your voice. In a way, there's this concept called vocal yoga. Activity. It's not a concept. It's an activity where
Right.
they're gonna do certain actions, activities where you get a feel of your body. Kasi yung voice naman natin is a byproduct of our body.
Right.
And through the vocal coaches, si Ron and Joyce, they will be able to streamline your learning in how to elevate or have a more resonant voice.
Right. Okay. So besides that, so you have parang training on how to properly modulate and resonate with your
Modulate
voice.
or they have there's a part where they will teach you how to get ready quick whenever you need to speak in front of people. Something like that. So again, it's jam-pack siya, maraming mga activities where hindi lang siya puro theory,
Right.
di ba? Literal na gagawin niyo yung mga activities para mas maintindihan yung sarili niyo. Like for me, in terms of vocal yoga, hindi ko alam that there are certain poses pala where mas nararamdaman ko yung breath ko. And ultimately, that also reflects in the quality of my voice. So may ganun pala.
Oo nga.
So parang na-realize ko na, kunyari, if I need to prepare, let's say on this podcast, may mga pwede akong gawin to not just mentally prepare myself, but make sure that my body cooperates.
Parang the physicality.
The
of it.
physicality.
Yeah.
So there are gonna be technical sharing and tips and strategies on how you can effectively use your voice. There's also like ENT doctors, or I would say vocal doctors, para makita talaga na connected yung mga ganyan and all the anatomy of our voice basically. So not just the principles, but also being able to practice right then and there, doon mismo sa
Right.
event.
I also heard na parang it's about using your voice to properly communicate with people. Or
Yeah.
Ano, like,
Kaya din initially we thought na business owners would really benefit from this. Dahil again, a lot of business owners would want to have a more resonant voice. Kasi if you have a great voice, you can command presence, diba? You can have that commanding presence whenever you walk into a room, and the first words that comes out of your mouth may impact yun on how people will perceive you and maybe even respect you. As a business owner, when you have that confidence in your voice, all the more that you're able to sell, influence buyers, close deals, right? It really helps out a lot.
okay, I see. Pero when you talk about voice kasi, it's a bit broad no? Parang, bakit kaya voice yung pinili nyo to focus on? Kasi you could say na parang, if I wanted to be more confident as a businessman, merong body language, or parang how to dress properly. But why specifically voice? What do you think the power is in voice?
Yeah, as I mentioned, like, may impact. The pagkabuka ng bibig mo, the first couple of seconds has an impact on how people will perceive you already. So, apart from sila Ron and Joyce has been doing vocal trainings and these programs nila on helping people connect to their voice, they've been doing it for 20 years, by the way. So, we just feel that a lot of people, especially Filipinos, have that natural tendency na, wala namang makikinig sa akin. Why would I want to speak out or be seen out there?
Right.
Again, this is connected to my own personal vision or agenda of, helping people realize that they have a message to share and a voice worthy of hearing. So it all connects to that.
Was this your brainchild, or parang how did this idea come to you?
Yung lagi ko nakatrabaho sa events, his name is Peter of Finest Media. Lagi kaming nakakatrabaho and sabi namin, bro, ang tagal namin, casual no? Bro, we've been doing big events for other people, for clients. Why not tayo naman? Why not let's do a big event together? And then initially we thought of teaching people how to do the skill of a technical director of producing events. But eventually parang naisip namin, Peter mentioned that, I know these two people. They are very credible, especially in the voiceover industry and that vocal training, vocal coaching industry. Pero wala lang silang right partner to blow up in a scale of what we're doing in VoiceCon right now. So we just got together last December and then we decided, anong pangalan ng event natin? And I immediately thought of VoiceCon, not just because like con is like conference, people would think it's a conference, but it's really voice connection in order for you to build confidence. So con can be perceived three different ways. It's a conference, a voice conference, it's a way for you to have your own meaning of connecting to your voice connection, and ultimately bringing confidence to you.
Right. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of conversations during the
Oh.
event, no?
So it's four now.
Madami pa yan.
Okay.
Kunwari ako, if I go to the event as a participant, what do you think is your main goal, really? Like, what changes do you want to see in me as a participant?
Siguro without sharing kung ano yung mangyayari too much, because I really want it to be experiential talaga. Experience. I don't want it to be like linear lang na makikinig lang sila. Diba? So there are certain activities where I wouldn't say you would be forced, but there are activities that will allow you to see and hear the difference between the before and after.
Oh, okay.
Yun na lang. Without
Surprise.
divulging too much information. So yeah.
Speaking of activities, in this podcast, we do have a game that we play every
Ano
episode.
yan?
It's called Different, Same,
Okay.
Same. Kasi baka mamaya we have different opinions, o baka same opinions and ideas naman. And in each episode, we try to do it differently per guest.
Mhm.
And ang naisip kong game for you is word association. Kasi I want you to voice out your ideas.
Okay.
So medyo lightning round.
Kailangan ko ba mag-explain or like parang
No.
boya bunda to?
I feel like kung weird yung word na sinabi mo, that's when you have to explain.
Oh, sure.
Parang, ano ba yan? Ba't yan iniisip mo?
Okay.
But yeah, feel free to explain. I have a list of words here. We'll try to do it fast-paced, okay?
Okay.
So your first word, voice.
Message.
Viral.
Worthy.
Viral worthy?
Yeah.
Viral worthy content. Okay.
Yeah, don't focus on producing viral content kasi we cannot guarantee virality.
Oh.
Yeah. It's from a friend of mine, si Real Talk Darbs. Part of VoiceCon as well.
Thank you.
Focus on producing viral-worthy content. Eventually, virality will follow.
Okay, next. Production.
Content?
Content. Live.
Stream.
Confidence.
Self-actualization.
Oh. Bakit self-actualization?
Well, the more you get to know yourself, confidence is just really a byproduct of you having clarity about yourself.
Okay. Were there any, how would you say that applies into your life?
As I mentioned, way back, I really didn't see myself, putting videos online and speaking in front of people. I was also involved in teaching people how to create podcast content through boot camps and other programs. So, parang the more that I am able to gather information or maybe science, I don't know, science na, hey, kaya mo naman pala eh. Diba?
So, you needed that confidence from
Yeah.
self-actualization.
Yeah.
Tama ba? Yeah.
So ngayon, parang self-actualization that I'm more clear about what I want, it just comes out to me.
It's easier to find the path
Easier
you want
to
to
find.
take. Okay. Next, podcast.
The next big thing.
Ooh. Phone.
Social media.
Media.
Oh my.
Kailangan iba. Media next level.
How would you say it? Anong adjective yun? Parang evolving.
Okay, true. And then last, leader.
What comes into mind? You.
You? Are you talking to our audience?
You. Yeah. And you too. We are all leaders in our own right.
I'm curious, how do you see yourself as a leader?
As cliche as it would sound, they say that you can't give what you don't have, right? And people will say you're either a leader or a follower. But I think that we're all leaders. Kasi, in your way, you're leading yourself to where you want to go.
Right.
So I believe in that we are all leaders.
And if there's anyone out there who maybe doubts themselves kung kaya ba nila maging leader or to achieve,
Ay, nako.
what would be your advice?
Just be open to experience what life may bring. We only have one life. Ayoko naman sabihin ni YOLO, but try out different things and see for yourself. Kasi hindi mo naman masabi kung para sa isang bagay kung hindi mo naman tinikman. Or hindi mo masabi kung hindi para sa iyo isang bagay kung hindi mo naman tinikman o hindi mo tinry.
Okay.
Diba?
I definitely agree. And if you have any final words to our viewers, please feel free. You can share any wisdom.
Siguro, if there's something that I want to leave for the audience in terms of my own experience, the world is a dark place. Not because there's a lot of bad people, but there's a lot of good ones, maybe just like you, who are choosing to hide their light. And maybe it's about time for you to share your message and be heard. Be finally heard and seen. Huwag tayo magtago kasi maraming taong nangangailangan ng message mo. And maybe, one day, you will look back and say, buti na lang ginawa ko. Because may natulungan ng tao. And maybe even save one life. One life is enough.
Very well said. Well, thank you so much again for guesting on our
Thank you so
podcast.
much. Built different.
Built different.
You guys are
Actually,
built different.
Talaga. That's why we truly invite mga unique and built different guests.
Thank you
just
so
like
much.
you. I'm sure our audience also enjoyed learning so much from your story. And I would say we're inspired by the messages you shared here. Speaking of messages to share, is there anything you want to plug?
Please do find us if you want to be part of the first ever communication and voice development event in the country. Check out voicecon.ph. It's happening at SMX Convention Center in Pasay, Manila, this April 26, 2025. And as well as you can also check out my podcast. I'm a co-host for this podcast called Life Over Whiskey. And personally, I produce content and create content of my own at Suited PH.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rep.
To our listeners, I hope you enjoyed our show. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on whatever streaming platform you are watching this. Thank you so much for joining us at another week on Built Different Podcast, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
The Built Different podcast would like to thank Henry's Cameras, Power Mac, Hollyland, Ugreen Philippines, Kappa Cabina, Surge Digital Media, Madcap Productions, Days Media Group, Jazz Up Communications,